Hi, I am Andrew Potter. This is my Module 5, Understanding My Community, Liberal, Kansas, USD 480. We're located in southwest Kansas, about 4 miles from the Oklahoma state line. We have strong agriculture and beef farming with some old oil fields as well. Three of our top employers are National Beef, the hospital, and USD 480. Some annual events that we have are Pancake Day. That's a day we have off from school. We partner up with a town in England, and we have various different events dealing with pancakes. That is the pancake race, a picture there. We have the Five State Fair, Ozfest, and also Cinco de Mayo. And we're mostly made up of lower middle class. We have a lot of Hispanic descent and transplants as well. Change is handled kind of slowly here in the community, trying to maintain that small town feeling. The population is about a little over 21,000 and growing. We have about 50% male, 50% female, most of which are of Hispanic descent, about 60%. We have 30% white and about 10% of combination of different. So therefore, English and Spanish are spoken very frequently throughout the community. It's very common to hear that type of communication. Most of the residents here, about 60%, have a high school diploma or less. We also have a junior college that is available, and the median home income is about $48,000. Here in town, we have about 7 radio stations, local channels, some of which are Spanish-based channels as well. We do have a local newspaper called Leaders in Time, which covers local issues and sporting events, along with national issues as well. We have no hometown TV channel, so most of our information comes out of Wichita from Wichita channels. The school communicates a lot of times through the radio, newspaper, newsletters, the Twitter, and websites, traditional type of ways. Our community is very willing to help. We have a program called Kinsey, which offers free youth sports to all the kids here in town. We also have the Rec Center. We have the United Way, which is a major community helper and also helps a lot of the people around the area of the Liberal as well. The Red Cross Homeless Shelter, and the VFW. We also have the Booster Club, which helps a lot in sports and helps with extra funding due to the amount of traveling and stuff we have to do here in Liberal, and obviously many churches as well. I believe that the education system is a huge leader here in town, with many of our residents being first-generation Americans or moving here to America. They look for us to guide their children and help them with their decision making as well. Obviously, we have the elected officials. Our mayor is Connie Segrist. Our state representative is Shannon Francis. Most of our choices are made through the generational residents who have been here for most of the time, since they do own most of the economic power here in town, and want to maintain that small town feeling. We do, though, have some younger adults that are trying to get into office, trying to work towards change to try to increase the development of our community. However, though, a lot of those older residents are keeping that from occurring. There's been many rumors of larger businesses wanting to come into our community, but those seem to be blocked very often, and that development hasn't quite occurred. But overall, the community seems to be very supportive of the education system as a whole, and spend a lot of the local money here on the kids, and helped approve the bond issue to help build new schools in our city. Economic growth, we have actually a 5.2% unemployment rate, and a 21% poverty rate. Last year, our economic development decreased at a 4.7%, which shows why we do have many, abandoned buildings throughout the community. We do have a pretty high sales tax at 9.3%, and that was to also help cover the school bond as well. Some of our larger employers, like I mentioned, was National Beef. They do about 3,000 head of cattle each day, and Southwest Medical Center is one of the largest hospitals here in Southwest Kansas. The voters seem to vote with Republican viewpoints. We did just pass the bond issue, which helped build 5 new schools in our school. We are a Title I district, which allows us to get a lot of government funding to help us with a lot of the extra expenses we have. We have a large ESL population that also helps bring in extra funding as well. Our PTO here at the school that I'm at is extremely helpful and willing to do what they can to assist in their children's educational needs. However, not all the schools get that type of support. And the community does do the sports buyouts which allows community members to come into the college or high school events, sporting events for free. Though we have a difference in racial makeup, there seems to not be any type of racial conflicts that occur. However, the white residents do seem to live on the north side where more of the development is occurring, and Hispanics seem to live a little bit more on the south side, which has some of the kind of the older homes and businesses. Like I mentioned, most of the community is made up of Central Americans or other U.S. People from other U.S. locations, the transplants that are here in town, especially in the school district. We obviously have many different ways of maintaining information. The USD 480 would be where you would get most of the information for the school district. We also have the City of Liberal and Seward County websites as well. The city council meetings, you can get their minutes, and then also the school board minutes as well, or be present at their meetings. Some of the power issues that occur are the generationals, the people who have been here their whole lives for many generations, and the transplants. The transplants bring a different thought process versus the traditional that many of the generationals have, and us transplants are kind of wanting more development. We're wanting more businesses here in town, and then the youth. There are starting to become more youth that are wanting more stuff in the community as well. We do, like I mentioned, have a very large Hispanic representation, but within the economic power, they are not represented very well. We do, though, have some of their cultural events that occur, and we do throughout the school show their heritage as well. Most of the people here in town do agree with the Republican viewpoints. However, though, I do believe that some of the younger generations may not directly identify with a political party, but they agree with different points of views. Within the school, obviously, the school board makes most of the decisions amongst the schools, with the superintendent and the principals being the leaders as well. Within the classroom, obviously, the teachers, and we do support the kids with Catch of the Weeks, honoring them due to their good behavior and academic success. Seems to be a lot of mixed reviews about the school. We are doing this redesign, which are allowing more of the people, the community members, to voice their opinions and thought processes while we are going through this change. We are wanting to increase their involvement in our schools, so we have asked them to really help us with those needs. We have sent out a public survey to the parents. However, though, we had a poor turnout with that. We did have the students do a survey as well. This is my video. Thank you for watching. Jesus Christ.